Good morning. Today is Monday, Yud Zayin, Oder Aleph Tavshin Ayin Daled. We're beginning a new Mamar, Shabbos Pashas Vayikra Gimel Nisan Tavshin Yud Beis, in Teiros Menachem Sefer HaMamorim Tavshin Yud Aleph Tavshin Yud Beis, page Reish Nun. Amzu Yatzarti Li Tilasi Yisaperu. This is a pasuk from Yeshaya, and it's from the Haftarah of Pashas Vayikra, where Yeshaya Hanavi rebukes Am Yisrael for their lack of
religiosity,
or particularly in relation to sacrificial offerings, korbanos, which is the theme of Pashas Vayikra. And one of the verses in that nevuah is Amzu Yatzarti Li. This is the nation that I created for me, for myself, Tehilasi Saperu, for them to tell my praises. The Isa Gemara. Let me read you the Gemara. It's a Gemara in Menachos, and the Gemara says like this. That there was a man, a big, one of the great Talmudic scholars, his name was Rabbi Preda. So the Chachamim said to Rabbi Preda, as he was giving a shiur in the Beis Medrash, they said to him, Rabbi Ezra, the son of Rabbi Avtilas, who is a 10th generation to Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, who is in turn a 10th generation to Ezra Sefer, is standing by the door. So he said, what's this whole... He said to them, why are you telling me his whole yichus? If he is a scholar, let him come in. It's fine. If he's a scholar and he has big yichus, big pedigree, that's also fine. But if it's just pedigree and he's not a scholar, may fire consume him, so to speak. In other words, what is his pedigree coming? His pedigree doesn't come into the situation here on its own. So they said to him that he is a scholar. So he said, if that's the case, let him come in. He came in, and Rabbi Preda saw that Rabbi Ezra, the son of Rabbi Avtilas, is upset. So he started saying, Rabbi Preda, in order to calm him, in order to draw him in order to relax him, started saying an Agadic Talmud, an Agadata. And this is what he said. I'll read it to you in English. So he said like this. It says in the Pasuk, Amarti LaHashem Adnai Atot Avasi Balolecha. I said to Hashem, I said unto the Lord, you are my Lord. My gratefulness is not with thee. The congregation. What does that mean? So he says like this: the congregation of Israel said to the Holy One, to Hashem, Master of the universe, show your gratefulness unto me for I am the one that made you known to the world. That's what the Yidden say to the Eibishter. So he replies, Hashem replies, my gratefulness is not with you. Who's my gratefulness with? But rather with Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, who first made me known in the world. As it said, Likdoshim asher ba'aretz heima, with the holy ones that are in the earth. They are the mighty ones in whom all my delight is in. This is what he said. So, this was the exchange. This is what Rabbi Preda said to Rabbi Ezra. As soon as Rabbi Ezra heard the expression mighty, Adir, right? He said that Adir is a reference to the Ovis, the mighty ones. So Rabbi Ezra reminded himself also Agadata, and he said as follows: let the mighty one come and take vengeance for the sake of the mighty, from the mighty, by the means of the mighty. And the Gemara is going to go through a few scenarios where you find a single word which refers to different individuals or different situations. So over here we're talking about Adir. So Rabbi Ezra said, Adir, let the mighty one come. Adir, let the mighty one come. And take vengeance for the sake of the mighty, from the mighty by means of the mighty. This means let Hashem come, take vengeance from Mitzrayim, for the sake of the mighty who are Yisrael, by means of the mighty, which is the water. In each one of them you will find the word Adir in reference to them. Let the mighty one come, that is the Holy One, blessed be He, as it is written, the Lord on high is mighty. And take vengeance for the sake of the mighty, that is Israel, as it is written, they are the mighty ones in whom is all my delight. From the mighty, that is the Egyptians, as it is written, the mighty sank like lead in the waters. By means of the mighty, that is the water, as it is written, above the voices of many waters, mighty waters, breakers of the sea. Then he went to another word, which is the word Yedid, beloved. Then he said, let the beloved, the son of the beloved, come and build the beloved for the beloved, in the portion of the beloved, that the beloved may receive atonement therein. Let the beloved come, that's King Solomon, as it is written, and he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Yedidia, beloved of the Lord, Yedid Hashem, for the Lord's sake, for Hashem's sake. The son of the beloved, that is the son of Avraham, as it is written, what has my beloved to do in my house? Reference to Avraham. And build the beloved, that's the Beis HaMikdash, as it is written, how lovely are your tabernacles for the beloved. Are your tabernacles for the beloved? That is the Holy One, blessed be He, as it is written, let me sing of my beloved. In the portion of the beloved, that is Binyamin, as it is said, Binyamin, the beloved of the Lord should dwell safely by him. Yedid Hashem Mishkan Avet Chalav. That the beloved may receive atonement therein. Who should receive the atonement? That's the Yidden, Israel, as it is written, I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. Now he moves on from Yedid to the word Toiv. Let the good come and receive the good from the good for the good. Let the good come. This is Moshe, as it is written, and he saw that he was good, and she saw that he was good. And receive the good, that is the Torah, as it is written, for I give you good doctrine. So you see, Torah is called Torah, right? From the good, that's Hashem, as it is written, the Lord is good. For the good, that is the Yidden, as it is written, do good, O Hashem, unto the good. Now he moves from that to the word Zeh, or Zu, this one. And that's where our Maimah comes in. Let this come and receive this from this for this people. Let this come, this is Moshe, as it is written, as for this Moshe the man. And receive this, that is the Torah, as it is written, and this is the Torah which Moshe said. From this, that's a reference to Hashem, as it is written, this is my God and I will glorify him. Right? For this people, as it is written, this people that thou hast gotten. Amzu Yatzarti li, our posik in Yeshaya. This is the Gemara in Menachos. So you have Adir, Yedid, Toiv, and Zu. Zeh and Zu, right? And each one of these words referring to 4 or 5 different scenarios or entities or people, etc. Then, just one more thing. There's also a Mechilta, which I don't have here at the moment. But it says like this. So the Gemara says, Yavai Zeh, let this one come, V'yikabel Zois, and receive this, Mizeh, from this one, La'am Zu, and give it to this nation. How do we know that the Yidden are called Zu? As it says in the Pasuk, Am Zu, this nation. Eli Yisrael, this is a reference to the Yidden. I'm sorry, Am Zu to this nation. How do we know? This is a reference to the Yidden. Shenemar, Am Zu Yatzarti. This is the nation that I created, that I made. Similarly, we find also in the Mechilta in the Medrash, Ala Posik Adi Aver Am Zu Kanisa, in the verse in Oz Yosher, right? Where it says, until this nation will pass. until this nation that you have acquired will pass. What does it mean? Am zu kanisa. Says the Mechilta, Shekol ha'olam shelcha. The whole world belongs to you, Hashem. Ve'en lecha am el Yisrael, and your only nation is Eden. Shenemar, as it says in the verse, Am zu yatzarti li. This is the nation that I formed for myself. Even though Hashem created everyone. But Yisrael nikru kinyan. Israel is called an acquisition. Shenemar am zu kanisa. This is the nation that I have acquired. And the Mechilta over there also says, Torah is called kinyan. The world is called kinyan. It goes through the same similar situation where kinyan, the word kanisa or kinyan acquiring refers to different elements, aspects, people, and so on and so forth. And nevertheless, there's a special idea of kinyan that relates to whom? To the Yidden. So the Rebbe says like this: Yisrael nikru kinyan, shenemar am zu kanisa. So the Rebbe asks like this: Tzarich lavni, we need to understand. Mahi mailas inyan dezevezu. What's the special quality contained in this idea of zeh or zu, this one? Shal zeh omru, concerning which it is said, Yavai zeh, let this one come, v'yikabel chulu, and receive, etc., receive the Torah, and give it l'am zu, to this nation. We see from the Gemara an emphasis on zu. On this word zu, this one. The Bishlam, Mashakasav Gemara Ilmanei, granted that which is related to us in the Talmud above, which I just mentioned. Yavai adib v'yikabel chulu, Yavai yedid chulu, Yavai toiv, the three other aspects that the Gemara brings, the three other ideas, adib, the mighty one, or yedid, the beloved one, or the good one, harin yanim eila, adir yedid toiv, hem toirim eila. These are all descriptions of what? Of describing a special quality that the Jews possess, or the Torah possesses, or Hashem possesses. But when we say, let this one come, what's zeh? What is the special quality in this idea of zeh? This one. Right? Adin, mighty, we understand. Beloved, we understand. Good, we understand. These are all expressions of, describing a special quality. But zu, this seems to be a generic term. We also need to understand, our sages say, all prophets prophesied with the word koi. Like Yeshai said, koi amar Hashem. They all said, so said Hashem, with the word koi. Moshe said zeh. He described zeh. Right? He used the word zeh. This. It means that Moshe specifically is associated with the level of zeh. Whatever that means, as the Rebbe will explain later on. If that's the case, in other words, the Chazal described Moshe's special quality that he's greater than all other prophets, that all of the prophets only prophesied with the word koi, which means at a lower level. Moshe prophesied with the word zeh, which means directly, which is a higher level. If that's the case, how do we say Shekol Yisrael? This Gemara seems to imply that what? That all Yidden are the level of zu. This. Here we am zu, this nation. And from the Talmud, from the Chazal that we mentioned before, zu seems to be such a high level that only Moshe Rabbeinu has any association with it. Also, we need to understand, Mashakos am zu Yatzarti li. It says zu is lashon nekeva. It's the feminine expression. Why does it say zu? Lashon nekeva. Am zeh. It should have said zeh, which would be the masculine lashon zochar. As indeed, as it says in the parasha we just finished reading on Shabbos and Parshas Kisisa, ki amcha hagoy hazeh. Hashem tells Moshe, because your nation is this nation, and he uses the word zeh instead of zu, not zu. Umadu anemar. Why in our verse does it say am zu yatzarti? This nation in the feminine, and also in the pasuk am zu ga'olta, as it says also in the pasuk that we mentioned from Yashir. Also zu, in reference to this nation. And am zu kanisa, also in Bishalach, in Oz Yashir, this nation that you acquired, Lashon Nekeva. Why all over does it say Lashon Nekeva, where really it should have been Lashon Zochar, similar to the pasuk that we mentioned in Parshas Kisis. To understand all this, of course, the Rebbe is going to explain Koi and Zeh and Zu as we continue in the Mamar.